Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Don had approached me. There have been several United Ways interested in how we administer and partner with our local municipalities, cities, and to help them distribute public service or physical improvement, community development block grant dollars. So I was happy to do that. We have partnered with many of our municipalities for several years in many different ways. And so I would just like to kind of walk through how we've done that, how we've built those relationships, what we do currently, and then open it up for any discussion. So basically, first off is to build that partnership. So you can do that in many different ways. I myself has been a representative on particular review committees or other VSUW staff. So, currently there's CDBG, there might be home, which is physical improvement dollars, or utility funds, which is out in the community, a utility bill, an individual can give $1 or a couple dollars to offer their utility bill to community services, and then that goes to the city to distribute. But they have various review committees for that. So you can approach the cities or municipalities a part of being or assisting them with that review process or actually being a representative for that process. Those are two different ways that you can actually partner with them. At any given time, we have done both. We've either sit on the review committee or we have been a part of assisting them or directing them as a part of the review process. You could possibly become the fiscal agent for a particular process. We've done that in the past for one of our cities as well. Cutting the checks for them, being a part of the process in a fiscal way. You can offer them a system, which we've done for 4 of our cities, that can help them track their investments in the community. We currently use EC Impact for that, and having various cities track several different years and historical data of their city funding and having their applications online and having their agencies apply online for that funding. You can convene various municipality staff. I mean, this is getting to the point that you're really becoming the leader in the community of getting these city staff together to discuss their data collection and kind of breaking down that divide between city lines in order for them to start talking about how they collect their data and what their forms look like. It's easier to do when you have them all on one system. It's a little harder to convene those folks when they don't have any kind of partnership already in place. A partnership develops, that can promote the community impact if you can become a part of that process or help assist them in that process. They can start using best practices in their investment decision making, being that we've been in the community, for over plus 85 years, they now turn to us as the experts of investments in the community. And so they typically look to us to see, what do our forms look like? What are we asking for from our agencies? They can then use those templates that other municipalities also utilize. So tracking county-wide becomes much less strenuous, and being able to data map that information so that they're all using the same type of data. Many of them use their own types of needs assessments, but then they're able to track in their forms how the programs are following under their primary target groups from their needs assessments. They ask agencies for specific outcome measurement data, and getting cities to do this is sometimes time intensive, just because it takes some time and some education around what outcome measurement actually is. But once they get there, then they can start using the forms necessary to track that information. Benefits for us, basically all that information is in one location. So we have the 4 various cities, plus we have other collaborations or other community funders, sports charities, a cable company that has a charity, many other community funders that utilize the same system. So being able to track all of that data in one system is very helpful. Building relationships with those other community funders. Some of them we've never had a relationship with, or even on the campaign side, they might not have run a campaign, but now, you know, we have our foot in the door. We've built some kind of relationship with those cities and other community funders. They're more aware of their funding environment, and we're more aware of our funding environment for our agencies, our programs, our initiatives, or things that we're interested in funding. We provide another opportunity for United Way stakeholders to become involved in their communities. So some of the individuals that we're involved with, we can suggest to be involved with the municipalities of where they live or where they work, to also be involved in those processes. And it becomes a process in which they're educated, not just what United Way is doing, but also what their city is doing for funding for particular agencies, programs, or initiatives. And then it's a way to show that partnership actually already exists.
I'll tell you if I need one. 6 should be good.
Benefits for cities. There's many. Yes?
Could you please ask whoever's on that line that doesn't have their line muted to mute it, please? It's extremely distracting when we're trying to listen to you.
Yes. I'm not sure who does not have their phone muted. If you would please mute it. I can tell it's a woman's voice, but I'm not sure which one of you it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Benefits for the city's departments themselves, basically ability to track historical trends. Since many of the cities have been on our system for 5 years now, they can now track the trends of their funding or what they've done in their communities. It gives them ability to collaborate with other cities on community initiatives. If they see, you know, I have the ability to be able to show them the various forms that the other cities use and how they are maybe tracking some kind of needs assessment or some innovative type of services or approaches that agencies or particular cities are interested in. I can share that with other cities, and that's been able to help them collaborate. Ability to ask for meaningful data. A lot of times what they've done in a paper process, they can't get the information that they need as they can on an online system where there are many various types of forms that are available, so they can ask for more meaningful data, get information and tracking and quarterly reporting that they can actually use. Efficient use of staff FTEs. A lot of the community development departments in the cities have told me once they've gone on to the online system that they use, they've been able to transfer FTEs or staff to other projects and limit the amount of staff FTEs it takes to run their investments for CDBG and all the other funds that they have to run. Because going from a paper process to an online process has saved them much time. Any questions about what cities ask for?
Can you guys hear me now? This is Don Gatlin.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Don.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Sorry about that, everybody. Mary Beth, as usual, that was a wonderful presentation. I was able to hear it as well. So please, let's ask questions.
I'm curious about how many of you United Ways currently partner with your cities. Are any of you currently partnering with your city municipalities for funding?
We're in Middletown, Connecticut, and we're just in beginning conversations about if to do it, and if so, how.
Yeah, same here, and I wonder if you can talk a little bit about what kind of administrative